need a drink of water. Hey everybody, it's Kiwi and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to do one Father's Day gift idea plus a bonus. Now you're probably wondering, one Father's Day gift idea? No. It has to be like 3 or 5 or like stuff more than that. Well, I'm actually doing a little series of Father's Day gift ideas, and I'm also teaching you guys how to do them really clearly. Think about all those other videos. So if I do 5 of them, it'll turn out to be a really long video, and I don't like posting really long videos. And you guys might get bored at the half of it, and there might be really juicy ideas in there. So I did a little split up series, and this is the end of the series. So yeah. Anyways, I don't want to chat so much because if there's any new viewers, I want to make these crafts. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and let's start making. So the first thing we're going to be making is your dad's favorite animal. Now my dad's favorite animal is a pig, and you might be like, but what if my dad's favorite animal is a wolf and stuff like that? Well, if you go and search on the internet and just type in cute cartoon easy wolf, you will get a lot of inspiration, let's just say. All the details will be later in the video. Anyways, let's get started. So you will need the different colored pieces of paper that the animal is. So a pig is pink, and I'm also going to use some brown, but it's on the ground right now in my little stashes of stuff to use. Another thing you'll need is a pen or anything to write with, just to get those little details in. Scissors for cutting, and there's so much other tools you can use to get maybe proper shapes, like the paperclip method, the ruler method. You can use any tools to get just your little shapes in, because in the craft we're not focusing on those little details, on those little linings. We're focusing on shape and what color is used the most, and tape or glue, but I'm using tape. And if you aren't new to my channel, you would know that I love tape. So let's move on to the first step. So the first step is you want to take your colored piece of paper, and then you want to just cut out your shapes. Now, if you have 2 different colors of paper, but they need to be kind of overlapping each other, but in the same shape, here's a little tip for you. So you know how pigs have the little muddy spots? Some of the muddy spots are on its head, and it can be a little circular part. So what I'm doing, I'm right now drawing the circle on the pink piece of paper. I'm gonna line up both of the pieces of paper, and then I'm gonna use my scissors to cut, and I'm just going to line them both up, and I'm going to trace over the line I drawed on my lightest piece of paper, which is pink one. And I'm just going to copy that line, and then boom, you have 2 different color pieces of paper, but the exact same shape. So I'm just going to trace out my stuff I need for this craft, and I'm going to cut them out, and I'll come back to you guys. So I'm all done cutting out my pig stuff. I have a little tail that'll go right here, and that is actually a little thing I want you to do. With your animal, doesn't matter if you're doing a cat, dog, just put a little tail in the corner of your thing. And putting stuff follows to the next step, which will be putting on your little details. So as I want my pig to have little eyes, I'm gonna draw little eyes with my pen. And I can maybe use a Sharpie, which I'm gonna use because it's more strong. Or I can use a bigger Sharpie. And I'm gonna draw the little lines for my pig nose. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna tape all my stuff together. Or if you're doing glue, you can just do little dabs. So I'm just gonna tape my pig nose. But before I tape anything together, I'm just gonna put the little dirty spots on my head, and yeah. So then I'm just gonna fast forward everything I do to this one. have it. That is the Father's Day gift. It's their favorite animal. Now I said I'll give more details about different animals you do for your father, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. So, like I said before, search up on YouTube. Just do it on Google, or if you don't have Google, you can do it on Safari, any website that shows up. You just don't click on a website, click on images. For example, if your dad's favorite animal is dogs, type in cartoon dogs easy, and then just go to images and it'll show those. And then you just want to pick your dog, and then if it shows all those kind of little blended things, you don't need to do those. Just pick a simple shape. I know in a lot of piggy pictures it has blended in pink. You don't need to do that. You just can just turn a blending color into a normal one. And just do like the same thing I did, but different. You can try to copy from it. I didn't copy from an image because I do a lot of pig stuff, so yeah, that was the Father's Day gift idea, and now here comes our bonus. So our bonus is homemade wrapping paper. Now I know in these two videos, one of them are the Mother's Day one, I did homemade wrapping paper, but this is a different wrapping paper. It's so different. I came up with a new recipe, so let's just get started. So you'll need scissors, cup filled with water. You guys know I love this cup so much, and it has like a big spout so you can fit stuff in it, so yeah. A piece of paper or more. I'm using more because I need to wrap more presents than usual because I used lots of presents as examples in videos and I want to throw them out, so yeah. And markers. So I'm using my favorite color and color similar just to get that nice blending in. So let's get started. So you first want to cut your pieces of paper or piece of paper in half, and yeah, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'm all done cutting my paper, so let's move on to the next step. So the next step is you want to take one of your pieces of paper and just put marker on it. A decent amount. Don't fill it all in because it's nice to have white spaces in it. So I'm just gonna fast forward some of this. So now I have all of my paper colored. Now you just want to move everything from your table. And now you take your paper and your water. Dunk. Now you're probably like, what? Dunk it in? No. Well, trust me, I did experiment on this, so you have me. I think I'm going to go get a paintbrush. Got a paintbrush because I don't like touching wet stuff. So you just want to swish and swish it around. Want to take it out. If it breaks, it's okay. This one's also breaking. And you just want to lay it down. You can fix that patch later. And you just keep on doing it. So I'm going to fast forward some of this so you just get a big look at what I'm doing. So right now I have all of my paper. It doesn't really look like that much. It will soon. So while I wait for these to dry, I'm gonna do stuff around my room, but I'm gonna point you guys right at the clock and you guys can use your math skills to see how long it takes to dry, because I don't want to use math. Yeah, I didn't know this video was gonna get filmed a little later. It's gonna be one of those 2-day videos, so I'll see you tomorrow. So it is the next day, and if you guys are probably wondering, wait, for my wrapping paper, it'll take overnight for it to dry? No, I'm not gonna wait that long. No, it's just, I was starting to film this video at 6 o'clock at night. Well, I had to film 2 videos yesterday, so I started filming them at 6 o'clock, and it's just been a little crazy yesterday. So don't worry, if you're overlapping your paper, it'll take longer to dry because some of my paper was on top of each other because I didn't want it to take so long, and like when I was getting out of the water I was kind of rushing for some reason. And yeah, so let's go and wrap our gifts. I'm gonna tell you can wrap these gifts. So I have all my wrapping paper, and you can use some tissues because sometimes the wrapping paper can't wrap it all up, so I'm using some tissues, but that is optional. So I'm gonna grab the craft we made in this video. So I have the craft, it's a paper one, so I'm gonna treat a tissue kind of like tissue paper, and then I'm gonna wrap the actual wrapping paper around for nice color. So I'm also gonna use some tape obviously to wrap my present. So I have my tape, and I'm gonna use my tissue thing. So I just take this, and I don't want to tape the tissue onto the present, so I'm just gonna fold how I want it. And then I'm gonna take another tissue, put it on top. And you see a little tail that's sticking out. I'm not gonna rip it off because I don't do that. I'm just gonna fold in. So I'm just gonna like fold in, and I'll come back to you guys when my cake is wrapped in tissue. So like that. Now I know tissues can be a little see-through, so I'm gonna take one of my tissue papers. I'm just gonna put it one on this angle. And it might not make it to be all around, but that's okay. I'm just gonna tape. Like that. So let's just tape it on the other side too. And then I'm gonna be just doing it again, but diagonally. Like that. So I'm gonna just keep on wrapping my presents, and I'll come back to you guys. So I'm all done wrapping up my presents. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to explode that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can join my little Kiwi team. Anyways, bye. Hey, future me, put this where things are supposed to go, because I forgot.